Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna see how this works, but where we are at this moment is the first logistical nightmare ACC race, midweek racing, brought to you by Logistical Nightmares and our Might community. So this is the race start, the race session start. This is where we kick everything off. Because it's new, I am probably anticipating a lot of problems. So I do hope this doesn't happen. So far, everything has been sort of running smoothly. The guys have done their 10-minute qualifying sessions and a quick 5-minute race. Um, Cars you see on the track are probably not normal to ACC because they are not the 2019 cars. Um, Main idea or the main perspective about midweek racing is for the older version of Assetto cars to be used, to be operated. So anything prior to 2018 is the best way to do this. And from that point on, we will see cars we don't normally see. I mean, it is unusual. It is a bit different. From a qualifying standpoint, we have got a couple of guys on the grid spots. So Boca Donkey, Eleanor Barblixum, AM Racing, GTI, Jocks Racing, Berries, Goalie, Baggy, Scuba Steve, Robin Dobbin, Buzzkill, Rainmaster, Bad Bull, Fireblade, Jorito Mon, NTZ, Freshly G, and then of course Psycho Sheep there, 18th position. 4, 3, 4, couple of seconds before the race will start. I do hope it goes off very well. Mine says end session. It's probably not gonna like me. I have the funny feeling that it's gonna ask me to. Probably gonna kick me out. Um. So I might have to come out, come back in, and then get all this sorted because the race will only focus on the first few guys, and it doesn't like everything. And we got race start at least. So that's a good station, but it tells me that nothing is working. Nothing is working. I cannot do anything. And if I do options, confirm, 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 back, confirm. It's gonna kick me out. So I'll be right back, boys. I will be right back. We're back, we're back, we're back. Thankfully, a little bit of glitch. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Into the racing, here we go. Where do we have it? So, currently in the lead, we have Eleanor Blabluxem on the first 25-minute race in the sessions with his Aston. Oh, that's an Aston Martin we're looking at. Way front in the lead with a BMW, followed by AM Racing, also in an Aston Martin, coming around the long sweeping bend into the double apex corner. Again, a corner that you need to do with precision. I've tried to master that corner and it's just unbelievably difficult. Challenge of note. Still the first couple of minutes of the race, the guys are very, very backed up to one another. There is a yellow flag out there, which I can see by car number 19. Is that car number 9? It probably looks like car number 9. That's NTZ. That probably went off there, right? Nonetheless, Eleanor Blabluxem and the new guy on the block, AM Racing, hitting it off the track. BMW versus Aston Martin. Very good corners over there. Tires are working very, very well with one another. And welcome, YouTubing boys. Sim Racing chat box. DMR representing all games. That is a definite fact. A definite thing. Let's see if I can bring this chat box up. Yeah, so that everyone can see a little bit of yourself. So yes, we do have DMR Racing representing all sorts of sim racing in the moment. And yeah, I'm the new everything. Challenge accepted. Look at these boys, side by side racing. Who is gonna take that corner? And AM Racing takes the lead off Blabluxem, coming down that long straight. Car number 394. This is car 999. An exciting race for the first couple of minutes. Again, 25-minute stints. The only thing we have is back-to-back racing, 25 minutes each. These boys are going to give it all they can at different times. The first race is at 10 o'clock in the morning. Time shall pass by 3. For now, we have no forecast of any rain. Blabluxem losing a bit of time. Full 1 second behind on the Delta as it stands. Looking at the timetables. Doesn't really show me much. So I cannot even see that. Back to the race. Top 3 boys for podium is fighting, but there's always more battles everywhere. As you can see, the field is as close as they potentially can. In 4th place we have the infamous Baggy 38 in his Porsche Cup car. Again, This is a GT3, but it's the ACC Porsche Cup car. A lot slower, way older, being challenged down the straight by goalie, trying to shake him. Hasn't seemed to be possible. Goalie not letting Baggy get away by any means, and Baggy making that Porsche as wide as he can. Still looking at the delta of the top three boys. Barbluxem is losing a bit of time over there. Nonetheless, there's always a mid-pack battle that I will find at any given moment, because I just love it. There's racing everywhere. It does look like goalie is going to do the move down the straight. It is a definite opportunity. Aggie covering the corner, making it difficult. Can he do an undercut? Aggie closes the door. Not happening today. Another car off the track. Not one of the leaders, because that was an Audi. Where else do we see any other close battles? We've got a Bentley versus Mercedes. And again, this is the older version of the Bentley. Coming there in the red, chasing Mr. Gerito Mon. Maybe not as quick as the latest one, flashing his light in frustration. Just wants to pass him, looking for an opportunity, and the straight is probably the best place you can do it on Paul Ricard, if ever. Side by side, it seems like they're going to go into the corner. Who has the advantage? Who has got the bigger balls is what I would normally say. Gerito Mon still keeping the corner, double apex. And Gerito runs wide. That gives the opportunity for Jacques Racing to grab that position into 8th place. Again, everything will smoothen itself out as soon as they pass a section. Racing has managed to gain 8th position. Goalie and Baggy seems to be battling very hard there. Little bit of more back of the pack Fireblade versus Bad Bull. Again, boys, Bad Bull. Fireblade is somewhere in the European region, because I'm looking at the ping and the location, and I know Mr. Bad Bull is all the way from Australia. Aussie Town versus UK. Britain versus ex-Britain. I don't even know if that can be said, but kind of what it is. It is what it is, and I've just said it. Lexus versus Merc. Again, a lot of boys have picked the Merc because it is one of the older cars, but probably one of the best cars in Assetto Corsa. Irrelevant of the age of it. Barbro went a bit wide there. Again, seems like someone's struggling there a bit. Definitely not Barbu. There is a Mercedes there struggling to keep up track. Going to the back of the pack. Very old Audi by NTZ. Driving it to full speed. I can definitely see a battle. Yep, battle has occurred. Pass is done. Barbluxem has taken first place position again. Celebrities will update the minute they pass through a lap. Again, sector by sector updates every single time. Kind of interesting how it works. You don't really know where the position is until you actually pass a sector. Slightly annoying. Nonetheless, Gotta keep a good eye on it. Arblexam now trying to run away, whereas AM Racing is under severe pressure by Paris. Boys are the big names in GT Sport SA. Phenomenal quick alien pace racing. I kinda like this. I've never actually streamed a race on ACC. The first for everyone, they say. 12 minutes of racing left, which is still a couple of laps. These boys don't have mandatory pit stops. Perry's definitely trying to make a move. AM Racing covering the inside line very hard. No, he's going to have to yield because he doesn't have the straight line speed that the other Aston Martin did during coming down the straight. Perry's now in second position. Leonard Blaubrück some 1.2 seconds adrift. This battle is definitely going to continue for the duration of this race. These three boys are going to go at each other lap by lap. And another battle there in the back, mid-back, Mr. Robin Dobbin. Seems like him and his Mercedes is doing quite well. Three-way tie to get 7th position. Jacques Racing, Robin Dobbin, Gerito Mon. Mercedes versus Bentley. And then Buzzkill and another Mercedes there in 10th place. Another accident there by a fellow individual driver. This track will take you to the cleaners if you don't drive properly. There's no two ways about it. It is not very kind, it is very flat. A lot of drivers don't really love this track, purely because of its flatness. I mean, it is flat all over, no elevation. Well, a very little elevation, let's say that, at least. Because corner 1 and 2 has got that slide up, slide down movement, and if you don't get it properly or well balanced going through that with absolute speed, then the car will go off the side track. Another passing move being made over there. Did I miss that? That was Gerito Mon taking Robin Dobbin for 8th position. Going wide again on the double apex. Oh, these boys must tread lightly. Track, the game itself will monitor will monitor how many times you do gain at advantage using or exceeding track limits. If you do that too many times, it will punish you and then require you to do a drive-through penalty. Depending on the severity of the punishment, you can often get stop-go or stop-go 30-second penalties, depending on what that scenario and situation is. But it does force you to stay within the track limitations. Any given time that you don't, it is considered as an invalid lap. And here in the mid-back, we still have the Porsche Cup. And Scuba Steve in 6th, chasing Goalie, chasing Baggy. So all in fairness, UK versus North America versus UK. Guys, the variety of people we have driving in this event, Logistical Nightmare, Marmite community is unprecedented. We've got guys all the way, like I said, from Australia to North America, Europe, and South Africa in one centralized server, having the race of a lifetime. I am seeing on lap 8, Mr. Berries is also pulling in there with Marblixum. Aston Martin gaining on that. Wow! And just as I switched over, I see twitchy twitchy. My famous wording. Twitchy twitchy. AM Racing seems to have left off the throttle a bit there. Just as Perez thought that he picked it up, he's lost so many seconds. Nonetheless, go look at what goes on. Ooh, at the back of the pack, GTI, Fireblade, Uka Donkey. Just as I go there, there's 3 cars. So many of them. Racing all the way to the back of the pack. Side by side action. Oh, tip and dice. Ah, off he goes. That is unfortunate. Not what he wanted. Brilliant driving etiquette there, trying to wait for the man. Seems like nothing's gonna.
Under fuel. Anyway, drive and drive.
Those boys are gonna sit there and wait for each other. Slight tap and chase is what I would call it. Let's go back to the battles. Porsche versus Aston versus Audi. Who was Steve? The goalie. Aggie 38. Brake discs are hot. Stop go penalty for car number 35. That I can assure you is speeding out of the pits instantaneously. Doesn't matter what you do, how you do it. If you speed in the pit lane, you will get a stop go penalty. He's either entered the pit lane too quick or he's exited too quick. But nonetheless, he has violated the rules of pit lane entry and exit. Stop go penalty for Mr. Shaiko Sheep. I feel like a naughty boy when I say that. Back to the action. Oh, I see Jacques Racing is slowly closing up to this. This is going to become a 4-way battle. Maybe 5. Because there's a Merc there in the background. So the question is this Porsche Cup holding back these boys? Can they not find a way to pass? Are they struggling? And again, that is a Porsche Cup car. Probably one of the most difficult cars to use. But with the proper setup, it is quick. It looks stable. So stable. Oh, and this double apex. One of the most trickiest corners I've ever tried in my life. And it's all over. Another contact there by Scuba Steve and goalie. Probably a bit too over eager is a potential. Goalie slightly relaxed at this moment, but not far behind him is Jacques Racing with that old Bentley. So does Jacques Racing have enough momentum to catch up and pass? And within the next 3 minutes, very questionable. Psycho Sheep in the pits to service penalty for a 30-second stop and go. at Scuba Steve. Now all by himself. Didn't catch the whole incident. Probably too quick with my eyes. Maybe I judged too quickly. I don't know. I did see the two individual cars between Scuba and Goalie made contact. Scuba got the worst out of the lot. Driving alone. Back to the leader in the BMW M6. These two boys have been adding it since the beginning of the race. Probably missed some of the start of it. AM Racing has fallen off a bit by 3.5 seconds. These two boys have been adding it constant, lap by lap. Consistency is one of the hardest things to do in Assetto Corsa or ACC. I'm just going to call it ACC because I'm fairly sure my Italian usage of the word does not really sound very Italian. Leader on the final lap. Leader on the final lap. After this, there's no more. Car number 35 is Psycho Sheep in the old position. Cup car being used. If you look at how the telemetry looks at the moment, the guys with the white is an indication that their safety rating is, I think it's above 90, which is very good. The guys in grey is considered as a silver class, so their rating is above 45. And then the guys in red, of course, naturally, is the AM class kind of guys. So they at the beginning stages of the game, haven't done enough races to class it all up. But nonetheless, AM Racing at the first race, kicking it off, have to admit, in one of the oldest cars, that is a definite good race. So, good to see plenty more of him coming up and joining more and more races, because that is talent, I can assure you. And then from a car standpoint, if you guys can look at the map, it's very difficult to see, but nonetheless, you can see Baggy is driving the Porsche Cup car, which is, challenge. Still has it. Unbelievable. The last few sections of the race, coming through the final corners down the straight, and the winner of the first 25-minute race is Eleanor Barblexham, followed by Berries, followed by AM Racing. 11 seconds or so is Baggy, Goalie, and Jacques Racing. Boys have been fighting the whole way along. Robin Dobbin in the Merc. Buzzkill coming back in a secondary Merc. The BMW, Aston, Porsche, Aston, Bentley, Merc. That's the Bad Bull in a Nissan GTR. I didn't even mention that. 2018. Nice GTR. Those cars sound lovely. Freshie coming in 11th position with a AMG Mercedes-Benz DMR GTI, and he's Aston Martin 12th. 13th will be Donkey Kong in the Mercedes, Fireblade in the Lexus, Audi in 15th position. Rainmaster drive-through penalty. I wonder what he did. Not a good race for him. Phenomenal racing, boys. Absolutely phenomenal. So what we're going to do is we'll be back in a few more minutes. Don't go away. Back in about the next 6 minutes or so with another set of race. Again, 25 minutes for these boys. It will be at 4 o'clock the evening on race time. So do not go away. We will see you shortly.
no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see all blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the tide. I can't find the point where our two paths align. Right? You're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I've always feared the dark. Now I see brightly. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
And we're back. We're back. We're back. The next 2 sessions of qualifying, boys. So, session 2 qualifying is underway. Let me get you boys up to speed. Qualifying 2, race 2. We are now at mid-afternoon. So during the course of the day, we have done the first race where the boys did 10 minutes of free practice, a 5-minute qualifying session, followed by a 25-minute race session. Now they will know that qualifying positions is ideal. It means so much. You cannot sit behind a car or place yourself in a position to be behind a car that will cost you so much. So second race is of course another 25-minute race and a 5-minute qualifying session in the afternoon. Thankfully, not a lot of the weather has changed, so got a good ambient temperature of 26 degrees. The track is at optimum at this moment because got a bit of rubber in. First race is done, optimum track. It's ready for more racing, and then the track temperatures has increased. So now here's where the PSI value settings on your tires should be perfect, pitch perfect. You miss a few things here, you miss a few things there, and then your tires will be off. It will be sliding everywhere, and so forth. So we've been keeping an eye on Goalie, who went out instantaneously. Not really, leaving a bit of gap. Let me see if we can see where we are. In the middle of the boys here. So car number 30 something, 39. That's probably Jacques Racing in his Bentley. Yep, Mr. Jacques Racing, leader of the pack, went out first of the grid. He's probably going to set the fastest time at this moment, or set the first time in a Bentley. Guys are very well spread out. Slipstreams doesn't really work on this racetrack. It is as realistic as it can be in GT Sport. In GT Racing, sorry, not in GT Sport. You because it can unsettle your car. You do feel that intenseness of um understeer and oversteer or dirty air if you follow a car too long, and that has an adverse effect on your tires, your brakes, um, your aerodynamics on the car itself, which makes it so tricky to just constantly follow a car and do it lap by lap by lap. I think Baggy is the guy that's going to be first on the grid. So it's a 157 off the bat. Sharks Racing hitting it with a 156, 169. I'm fairly sure we're going to see a low 55s over there. Anil R. Blaarbliksem just shy of that time. And low fuel boys, these guys have got the most minimal fuel on their tanks to get the maximum amount of speed in their car. Jacques Racing back into the grid. Polka Donkey with the Mercedes in a 155. Somehow he was first in the initial race, and then it all went south from there. Off the track, he's probably going to go back to the pits. Looking at Goalie coming across the line, hasn't set the time yet. Goalie, still no time, still no time. That probably means that the poor man had a bad lap. I mean, if your lap is invalidated, it's not going to pick it up. Coming with Perez. There is still a lot of times for these boys to set up. Qualifying session based on minutes is over. But because it's a long track, they still have a lap that they can do if they cross the start-finish line prior to the qualifying time frame being over. So the boys out on the track are the boys trying to set their times, hoping they can get a position. If they don't and they get another invalid lap, then they will go to the back of the grid. Invalid laps does not count. That is it. Plain and simple. It's a penalty on your time. Does not count as a lap time. Gotta be precise. Have to make sure you stick it properly. Holy, still there. Dorito man. Last few corners for him. Has he done it? Perez down the straight. Lost opportunity. That's a time. Watching where all these boys are falling in the time frame. Trying to grab all of them as best as I can. Nice. Fireblade. Goalie seems to be the last individual coming across the line, trying to get his time on the board. Eleanor Blaarbliksem is in with a 155.6. So, session is ended. Top of the charts, boys. Seems like Blaarbliksem, Tonka, Goalie, all these lovely boys is on. Maggie, Goalie, Terito, Trainmaster, Scuba, Buzz, Red Bull. Lots of work for the back ones. Perez is at the back of the pack. So they have plenty of work to do. I will be back shortly because I've got to kick myself out and then come back in. So please don't run away. We'll be back shortly. See you soon in 2 minutes' time.
Thoughts end when I start to think. Oh, the hole closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity?
interviewing 50 animators.
I prefer motion specialist.
Next.
And we're back. Sure, a bit of technical difficulties over there. You guys missed the first couple of minutes or the first lap of the race. I do apologize for that. However, nonetheless, race is on its way. And as we can see, the boys are still chasing each other very, very hard. GTA's Poker Donkey, the guy that didn't even feature in the first race because he probably made a couple of mistakes when he didn't need to or didn't want to. Nonetheless, he is leading off in a charge with that Mercedes. Couple of boys hitting on the stop-go drive-through penalties again, making way too many mistakes. Practice is key. Make sure you hit your markers and your lap times perfectly well. Pace is on there by the mid-pack boys. I can see a lot of battlings happening at this moment. Battles are close. Oh, contact, contact. Aggie seems to have had a little bit of an incident over there. Nonetheless, the battles still continue. We need safe, clean driving here, boys. Safe, clean driving. This is where the battles are. At the moment, visually seeing Jeritoman. Behind him is Baggy. In front of him is GTI. And then, of course, we have Goalie in the mix. Scuba Steve in the mix. Sharks Racing in third position. Tables have turned a little bit between these boys. Nonetheless, battles hasn't stopped. As you can see, still a train of cars there in the back row. Poker Donkey off, leading the pack at this stage. Arblixum trying to catch up as best he can. AMR Racing is staying on Jacques Racing, but from a racing point of view, this is where the action is. Porsche versus Aston. Aggie coming. Ooh, I see lots of issues. 3 cars coming down that last hairpin. Not hairpin, but right-hander. Safely cleared by the boys. Aggie winner of all. Past 2 cars. 2 cars! Unreal! Reclaimed his position. Phenomenal passing maneuvers. Double apex, make the car wide, bring it back in close. Next corner, same kind of incident. It's like 3 back-to-back double apex corners. Hit the first section nice, bring your car around, keep it close for the following corner, and then clear exit entry coming down to the straight. Gotta try and avoid that last curve on that last corner because you lose so much time coming down there. This doesn't help you. Half a second you lose instantaneously. DMR for podium. Sort my life out. I'll try to. I don't even know if that's me. I don't even know who you mean. Nonetheless, I'm still watching good racing. I still need to practice my own race. Never mind watching a race. The boys are definitely in a different mix there. GTI struggling a bit there. Missed that for a moment. Not 100% sure what I saw there, but the Audi is challenging the Aston Martin. Again, coming down the straight line speed. Gotta move. Coming on the inside. That's brave, very brave. Too wide, very brave. Lots of respect for the boys doing that as cleanly as they can. Goes door to door, and GTI loses another position because goalie just took an opportunity of a lifetime. Saw the gap, took the gap. GTI, one more position down. Another battle here brewing. 3-way here. Askill, NTZ, and Berries. Again, Berries did get a podium in the first race. He's now all the way back in 13th position. He has a hard battle on his hands. Going to try to make a move on NTZ, coming on the inside corner. Brakes late. Fix the corner. Right exit. Now he needs to challenge Pascal. Slowly making a position. Like a sheep in a Mercedes. One of the man feels comfortable with that. Got a bit of cars around him. He is far away from 13th position. Few guys around him trying to challenge for position. There we go. Action pack. Side by side, door to door racing. Oh, I love watching this. I don't know about you boys, but this is phenomenally fun. Cup car hits the rev limit at about 286 kilometers. Probably. That poor cop car is pushed to its limits, man. Driven by the resident alien, Mr. Baggy himself, currently in 5th position. Trying to fend off Dorito Mon and a Mercedes behind him, but nonetheless, the battle is somewhere around here in the mid-pack. as you can see, Scuba Steve and Gurley giving each other a hard time at this moment. The first race, Gurley was sitting behind Baggy the whole time, trying to get past that Porsche, but he just didn't have the abilities to do so. Now, on the second race, for the second 25 minutes, he's got an Audi in front of him, and again, he's struggling to make any passing maneuvers on him. Robin Dobbin all over the backside there of GTI, as you can see there in the background. Aston Martin and Mercedes challenging each other. Coming down the straight, that does look like a potential. If the door is open, the door will be taken, the position will be taken. Robin Dobbin trying to fight for 9th place. GTI staying on the outside, coming back in to take the normal racing line to get the better exit for the corner. No position lost. Aggie and Goalie still fighting. Looks like Goalie did make a move. It does seem like Goalie has made the position. He stuck it, passed it. Now he's going to chase down Jarito Man in the Mercedes. I have to admit, this is a lot harder to commentate, review, and check for all the action. GT Sports only got like 12, maybe 14 boys, which is easy to check. But like 18 guys on the track in itself is way too much to watch. I gotta look at all the telemetries the whole time just to probably see where I can find a battle. Duly noted. Still good. Ah, Goalie versus Chirito. Three-way battle here. Aggie slowly going away with that Porsche Cup while these boys are all battling with each other. Slight contact there between DMR and Robin. Robin losing a position there. Perez is definitely catching up. He's currently sitting in 11th position. But he's soon going to be behind all these boys. Berg down the straight. Currently the fastest straight line car. Side by side. Unbelievable, boys. Unbelievable. I don't know, you can race pretty much everywhere, but I can assure you, if you want close contact racing, door-to-door racing, this is the place to be. Two communities as one. Logistical Nightmares, Marmite Racing, plenty of people all over the globe, and I'm saying that one more time again, all over the globe. From the likelihoods of Australia down to South Africa, to the European UK area, and United States of America. That is 4 continents grinding each other on the racetrack of Paul Ricard. A beautiful track which I love. Perez in 9th place. He has made up a lot of positions. Cutting through the back. Started way at the back. Definitely gonna keep an eye on him, because he did came in 2nd place in the first race. Arblaxum was 1st. Talking about 1st. Phew. Look at that. Polka Donkey GTS. Resident New Alien on point. I say that with humble respect because there's not many people that I know of that will outrace a guy like Eleanor Barblitzum, AM Racing, Sharks Racing, Baggy Coley off the bat. Again, I say that with humble respect because all of these boys are top class drivers. Top class. Heading back to Scuba Steve. Is that Perez's car? Perez make another position up? No way. Perez in 8th. Man is flying. 2 seconds adrift from Chiritomon. Then he's got Goalie. Then he's got Baggy. Then he's got Sharks Racing, who I haven't really talked about a lot, but he is there in front, in 4th place with his Bentley. Is there any other battles out there? It's like this is where the mid-pack racing is. The boys from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is within 4 or 5 seconds of each other. I mean, look at this. Everyone challenging for position. On the straight, that train looks long. Way there at the back, Buskill. Where is Mr. Buskill? There he sits with his Mercedes triple car 8 Vodafone emblem. Ah, lovely looking. I do love the original liveries of these cars because they just look phenomenal. Rainmaster in the pit, stop and go. He must be having an awful race because he hasn't moved anywhere from that position. Hey, Galen. Aston sounds nasty, so does the Merc. Slowly see Perez just catching up. Keep an eye on a Lexus for a moment. Again, the only Lexus running at this moment in 16th position. And then, of course, we have one Nissan out in the field as well. Mr. Eleanor Bad Bull from our local resident from Australia. Sponsored by Marmite. Well, technically speaking, it's a community outreach, man. Marmite Racing and Logistical Nightmare. This is how we get two communities to drive as one and have plenty of fun. So I'm gonna go all the way back to Perez. Because I know Perez is wait. Scuba and Robin. There's a bit of a battle going on there. Perez is catching Jeritomon. No two ways about that. I think for the second race, driver of the day to me by far is probably Perez. Because if I remember correctly, this man qualified somewhere in 15th or 16th position. In 20 minutes, he's gone all the way from there, and he is now battling to get 7th place. I doubt that he will get anywhere close to 6th. Then again, I didn't even think he would get to where he is now. So he is the man on the move. I am not 100% sure if I can get you guys some timetables out there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. Nope, I am unlucky at this point to even do that, so it does make it so difficult. I really wish we can get ACC up to spec. Ah, that was a move. Probably very hesitant, eager. An eager move. An eager move is maybe the right position. Oh, battling there at the back. I have to watch that. These boys are racing. Oh, sure. GTI, Robin, Scuba, NTZ in the mix. Taking the drive of the evening. Audis must be proud. Must be proud. NTZ top 10. Killing it now. Nerves of steel. Brilliant drive. Don't lose focus now. This is not the time to lose your focus. Ah, Robin Dobin making a move there. Definitely got that position over DMR. Battle to watch out. Yeah, I missed that. I missed that. Perry's made the move on Cheritomon. Perry says in position 6. But Cuba Steve is going to fight for this as well. NTZ is right behind them. Action pack, boys. Action pack. 3 minutes of the race left. And these boys are battling. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm loving this. There's your slight elevation. Probably only elevation of this track is coming out of corner 2. The rest of this track feels as flat. So I don't know. I have nothing. Flat as a table. Cheritomon offending for his life at this moment because he has Scuba Steve behind him, who has NTZ behind him. Then we have Robin Dobbin and GTI. Goalie is trying to catch up onto Baggy, but probably not going to make any difference at this moment. First and second is about 5 seconds adrift from each other. And Barb Luxem has got another lead of about 6 seconds, 11 seconds, sorry, to AM Racing, who has got Jocks Racing behind him. But from a racing standpoint of view, this is where it is. Whoa, whoa. Those boys are going a bit too wide over those corners. They will be warned, I can assure you that. Robin Dobbin out of contention out of there. NTZ, Audi versus Audi. Man suddenly found pace. And I say that politely. You all know the man with pace is Mr. KLM Pace, who is not racing tonight. Will be missed, but we'll probably see him next week. This ain't over until the fat lady sings. I do wonder if this is the last lap of the race, being 1 minute left. I haven't seen a notification indicating that Oka is on his last lap, so if he does make another pass before that 1 minute is over, it will be another lap for all the boys that is on the same lap as him. But the odds is that he is going to get to the line is probably very so. Back to the leader. As he's almost at his final, or going through the final corner, is what I would assume, considering that there's only 15 seconds left, 2 more corners to go. Will we see another lap? No, I very much doubt that. Coming through, Rally taking the win by storm. GTS Boca Donkey. Eleanor Barblexham in second place. DMR AM Racing in third. Again, haven't seen them the whole race through, but these boys drove phenomenally well. Sharks Racing coming in fourth position. Maggie with his Porsche Cup car in fifth. Surprisingly, a phenomenal race. Goalie in fifth. Berries in sixth. Driver of this race, that's a fact. Scuba eighth. NTZ ninth, I guess, and then yo, that went away so quickly. So many people. So let's just have a look at it. Dorito, Scuba, NT, Robin, DMR, Buzzkill, Psycho Sheep over the line, Freshly G, Mr. Bad Bull 450 himself. Being chased down by Fireblade. And then Rainmaster in the pits hasn't moved since the beginning of the race. I do wonder what did happen to him. I am not 100% sure, but that last remaining Nissan is where it is. What a race. What a race. Let's see if I can see timetable. So, overall, boys, this is what we see from on the race. So, free practice 1, qualifying session 1, DTIS Donkey Bonky. I'm going to take a lot of photos. Wrong one. Here we go. Taking pole position in the first race qualifying session. Then race 1, Eleanor Barblexham took it. Second podium is Perry's DMR AM Racing in third. Then, of course, we have Paggy, Goalie, Shark, Robin Dobbin, and so forth. Qualifying 2, we had Eleanor Barblexham in first position. However, in the race standpoint of view, Boca Donkey took the winner by 6 seconds, which is fantastic from him. Barblexham in second place, AM Racing in third, Sharks Racing fourth, Paggy in fifth, Goalie 6th, Perry 7th, Dorito 8th, Scuba 9, 10 NTZ, Robin 11, DMR 12, Buzzkill 13, Psycho Sheep 14, Fresh, Purple, Blade, and Drainmaster heading up at the back of the pack. Taking all the necessary shots I need to take, boys. Thank you for watching for the stream. This is our debut race. We'll probably see if we're going to do this more regularly. I am not a streamer. Anyone that wants to be a streamer and wants to do this, let me know. I'm probably not as good as you boys, but I do the best I can. Thanks again. Keep well. You have a good evening. Catch you on the flip side. Night, night.